Right Honorable Speaker, as I stand here, standing in for several parents of Wakiso and Kampala and several other districts that are affected by the banking and grading of the Uganda National Examinations Board. Right Honorable Speaker, we are all aware that UNEB is mandated to manage the examination process and ensure that at the end of each academic year, we have credible results in this country. Right Honorable Speaker, unfortunately, several stakeholders are affected in the education sector in a way that we are seeing several lapses in the grading process of UNEB and the way it's handling several of how it's getting on these results on board. And this is evidenced in the PLE that was released that affected several schools in Wakiso and Kampala. Right Honorable Speaker, much as we've seen that scouting is going on, that is very fine. The conduct of examination is real, and spying network that is very okay. But the discontentment of the results upon several of our pupils, we feel a lot is happening. So my prayer, we pray that a thorough investigation is instituted in UNEB's mandate, in UNEB's mode of banking and grading. I need that information from the Shadow Minister Education.
Thank you, Honourable Minister, for giving me. Mr. Speaker, what the Honourable Member is saying is very pertinent. I am a primary teacher, and it's very, very disturbing to find a school that has been performing for the last 10 years, giving good grades, and this time it comes out as the worst school. Secondly, Mr. Speaker, member has given me attention, I will give information. Some of these schools have children who have their parents. They picked them from Kampala, took them in rural schools. These very children of P6, in the P6, they got first grades, first class, first grades, 4s. Then those in the P7, in the same school, have been doing, they did mock, they did mid-term, they were getting aggregate 5, now they have 17 at PLE. The most challenging issue with UNEB, and it's the practice everywhere, when the parents complain, the child is saying, I don't agree with these marks. The parent is saying, I don't agree with the marks of my child. The teacher who taught the child is saying, I don't agree with the marks of my child. And the school is saying, we don't agree. But UNEB, show us the scripts of our children. We are ready to pay. Because that's the principle. Even in universities, it's the principle. Once there is a complaint about the marks, the school pays a cost to UNEB to find out the performance. But UNEB is rejecting this. And Mr. Speaker, let us agree on this. In Kampala, most of the UPE schools in Kampala employ teachers on a private basis because they don't have enough teachers. Then you have schools like Kampala Parents, Green Hill, Hillside, where you are sure that a school has more staff than the number of children, teaching children. So there is something happening in UNEB, which we must exhaust. Let us not talk about our rural schools or what, but we need to find out the challenges. It's absolutely not proper to mislead anybody here. Mr. Speaker, as I conclude.
No, this is not your time, and all of you, your time is done. No, wait, you donated your time. You see, honorable colleagues, let me tell you this. When you give information, the time allotted to you remains the same. The honorable colleague, you've given information, an opportunity for information.
Mr. Speaker, my prayer is a thorough investigation should be instituted in UNEB's mode of marking and grading of candidates for schools in Kampala and Wakiso and the neighboring districts, and entirely the country, such that at least parents who dedicate a lot and teachers who dedicate a lot really get satisfaction of what UNEB is doing. I thank you.
Thank you. That's for the ministry. It will be at the discretion of the ministry. Okay? You've heard the concerns. Honorable Emma, please.
Do so, there is something I need to bring in. I am a member of the Committee of Education and Sports, and I had the privilege of personally being there when the results of P7 was being released. Mr. Speaker, we know over the years how UNEB has improved over the years. I have been a member of the committee from the 10th Parliament up to now. And we have seen the improvement in UNEB up to now. And we know, for instance, this time, UNEB also had issues because the monies they needed to support the marking system was not given to them, and there were problems. But that was mainly for secondary. Now, UNEB also has a complaint management mechanism, which the parents and the schools and whatever can look at. In the release of the results, UNEB was very clear that this time, in terms of first grades, in terms of the 4s and the 5s, it has reduced because they have tweaked their grading system a bit. The first grades have reduced, but in terms of overall performance, it has improved. Because when you look at the second grades, they have gone a little higher than it was before. And for me, I want to end with this. That, you know, certain areas think it is their right to be doing certain things, to be the ones performing. It's not a right. So I think if there is anything to be done, let's first allow the parents to go through the complaint mechanisms within UNEB. It shouldn't be an issue for us. That is my submission. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable, I think your submission, voting by government, if they find any issues, indeed, like the members have said, they will investigate and all that. But I wouldn't want Parliament to be involved in issues of marking, grading, and all that, okay? But government kind of take note and listen to the issues raised by the colleague, okay? Whenever colleagues in the public...
And on behalf of students. Mr. Speaker and colleagues, any time from now, UNEB will be releasing a set of exams for O-level students who sat those exams. There are those candidates who sat exams on the old curriculum, especially those who had repeated or had failed exams. They sat new curriculum, the competence-based. Now, parents and students and other stakeholders, the concern is about because of lack of the curriculum. How ready are the teachers to handle the curriculum at A level, which is not in place? Which reading materials to come clear and explain the puzzle about the A-level curriculum. And then number two, let the ministry be clear on our side and the side of parents exactly what is the problem. Is it the money, the response, before they release the results? Otherwise, all stakeholders in the education sector are a bit confused because of that gap of A-level after developing the new competence-based curriculum. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. Let the Minister of Education come and update us on Wednesday. Okay? Wednesday next week. Honorable Mutemburi.
Programs, more than 50% is funded by the USAID. So my prayer, Right Honourable Speaker, is the Minister of Finance and the Minister of Health to see how we can be able to allocate more funds for the coming 3 months, because the USAID the US government is reviewing, evaluating, and see if to continue or to stop completely. That was my submission yesterday. Yesterday we met and he talked that somebody was handling that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Now, I saw yesterday on the news, it was all over. Yesterday in the House, it came up. And are you taking some mitigation steps to plug the holes? There is a huge scare within the public.
Honourable Speaker, it is indeed a matter of grave concern to all of us, and the Ministry, working closely with the Ministry of Health, will be considering this matter and make appropriate recommendations to Cabinet, and if possible, ultimately to Parliament.
Thank you.
Speaker, Right Honourable Speaker, last week one of the members of Nakaseke misinformed this House that we have an ambulance in Semuto. Unfortunately, yesterday, Right Honourable Speaker, some of my people of Semuto got an accident in a place called Bukomero, and it was only Honourable Kefa who helped us because Semuto doesn't have an ambulance. But my major concern, Right Honourable Speaker, as a House, we appropriate money for national medical stores. But in all government hospitals, Right Honourable Speaker, patients who go there, they claim that there are no medicines. We want to know, as members of Parliament, who steals medicines from all government hospitals? That's my prayer, Right Honourable Speaker.
Tamaguzi missed the handover ceremony. So, and now Honorable Tamaguzi has said his people got an accident, but the justification for say when they got an ambulance, when they got an accident, they were helped by Honorable Kefa's ambulance. What if the other one was helping other patients? So I verify for me with the Ministry of Health and Nakaseke District. Semuto Health Center for crack. No, please, crack. Read the crack. No. I get credible information from my crack. We have Right Honourable.
Right Honourable Speaker, I'm going to Minister of Internal Affairs so that they can handle the issue of routine checkups are here for works to come and inform us on when they can work on that part of the road, which will inform the House here about that.
Honourable Minister.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker. Since we have got the concerns through my honourable brother, I'm going to get in touch with our station engineer. Tomorrow he goes and assesses the place. Then
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.